Young, Charlie Smith, John Benji, Georgia Strait. I'm editor of the Georgia Strait, and I'm happy to be back for another week with WOW TV. I'm going to start with the cover story that we did this week in the Georgia Strait, and it looked at the pipeline issue. And we just had the Joint Review Panel, a federal body, give conditional approval to the Enbridge Pipeline that would take bitumen from the Alberta tar sands to Kitimat for export to Asia. So this is part of the federal plan to try to get pipelines in various areas to get oil out of the ground out of Alberta and to export markets. Part of the problem that Canada faces is when we export oil to the United States, because it's a captive market, the Americans are able to pay significantly less per barrel, $20 per barrel less, according to some estimates. And as a result, the government of Alberta is losing a lot of revenue. So if they can open up new markets, this will raise the price and generate more royalties to pay for services in Alberta. The problem British Columbia faces is it takes most of the risk, but doesn't get the revenue apart from jobs in the construction of the pipeline. So the BC government has put forward 5 conditions. At the same time, the BC government doesn't have a lot of authority in the area because it really does come under federal jurisdiction, the marine waterways as well as pipelines that cross provincial borders. So in the meantime, you have a lot of people in British Columbia who are upset about the pipeline plans, and particularly within the Aboriginal community. And this has resulted in some people talking about the possibility of some sort of sabotage or whether that would happen. So we did a story examining that, interviewing people. One of the issues is the RCMP is paying very close attention to this. They have a critical infrastructure team, and in addition, the national infrastructure falls under the terrorism legislation. So it's very early in the game because the federal government right now is supportive of the pipelines. The Liberals have spoken out against the Enbridge Pipeline. So we're going to have an election in 2015. So it's possible that all of this will be moot if Justin Trudeau becomes the Prime Minister and suddenly the Enbridge Pipeline has opposition at the federal level. So it's a lot of this is hypothetical, but I believe that we should be at least discussing this. I think before 9/11 there was no discussion, or not a lot of discussion of these types of matters, and then people were taken by surprise. I think it's healthy in a democratic society to discuss possibilities of what may happen, but at the same time, some people are of the view that even by having the discussion, you may be encouraging this kind of activity. So, there's two points of view on this. One of the bigger local stories this week was the Killarney Seniors Centre, and Wei Young, who's the Member of Parliament for Vancouver South, Conservative, she held an announcement offering $2.5 million. This was quite fascinating because this has been unfolding for several years. In 2009, one of the park commissioners, Raj Hundal, brought forward a motion for a senior centre, and the board approved the land beside the Killarney Community Centre for the centre. In 2011, it was estimated it would be $2.5 million. The politics of this are that the senior centre is in a very hotly disputed area of Vancouver politically. It's a swing riding Vancouver Fraser View provincially. It's also a swing riding Vancouver South federally. So Suzanne Anton narrowly defeated Gabrielle Yu in Vancouver Fraser View, and now she's the Justice Minister and Attorney General. And the BC government has come forward with $1.3 million. The city has come forward with $2.5 million. The lead councillor on this issue has been Raymond Louis, and there has been some speculation that he may even be a candidate in Vancouver South in the 2015 election, although he's not saying anything of that nature. It's just kind of making the rumor mill. So then you've got the Member of Parliament, Wei Young, whom Raymond Louis was criticizing for not doing anything. Well, then now she stepped forward with $2.5 million. The issue is, will this building actually cost $7.5 million? The province is only in for $1.3 million, so there's a shortfall. NPA Commissioner Melissa DiGenova is saying that she thinks the facility will cost more because of delays. So she trotted out a figure of $10 million. Well, $10 million, if you only have $6.3 million, you need another $3.7 million, if you can do the math. Well, what she said is the city should come forward with this money with community amenity contributions because it's collected $268 million from developers. So out of the $268 million, you take $3.7 million and you can build a senior center. Vision Vancouver, led by Aaron Jasper on the park board, is saying, no, 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 no. We think the provincial government should be kicking in $2.5 million, just like the city and just like the federal government. Whether it's going to cost $7.5 million or whether it's going to cost $10 million or whether the senior center will have to be scaled down from 10,000 square feet, if there's no elevator, if there's no community kitchen, these are all matters of debate. There's been no formal analysis of the costs as of now and what that might mean. So this is a hot political potato, but I think what I find most interesting about it is, in a way, that it's in an area that is so hotly contested provincially and federally, and the municipal government was able to leverage a lot of money for that. So I asked Aaron Jasper, the Vision Councillor or Vision Commissioner, are you going to propose capital projects in swing ridings? And he kind of laughed and he said, no, I don't think that would be the way to go. But in this instance, it suggests that it was a way to leverage federal money.